Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Moscow, and today is the next comparison video. This time we have City Hunter by Neca, the ultimate versions. I finally got these two specimens, first reissue and second reissue, and this is the original version. The original was released in 2017 and produced in 2016. First reissue appeared in 2019 and was produced in 2018, and the third reissue was released in 2020 and produced in 2019. Okay, what can we say looking on these boxes? Basically the painting is just the same, a little bit difference in contrast, but mostly the same. Original has this hook, plastic hook looking to the right. First reissue has plastic hook looking to the left, and second reissue has this paper hook looking to right. Original was packed with black wires. First reissue was packed with white wires, and second reissue was packed with plastic belts. Okay, let's look on the boxes more closely. Original will be on the top, first reissue will be in the middle, and on the bottom will be second reissue. What can we see? Here's the information. Date of production 2016 November, 2018 August, and 2020 July. Otherwise the same exact information, as you can see. Two first versions were packed with this type of scotch, and the third version was packed with round scotch. Okay. Now let's look on the boxes. Basically the same exact painting. The second version is a little bit darker, and third version I think more close to the original. Here you can see that the first reissue is a little bit dark in this zone. You can see all the details here which are on the original, and you can hardly see, but on the third version you also can see these details. Here the second version is very dark. Okay. Otherwise the same exact packaging. Okay. From this side, top is the original, middle is the first reissue, bottom is the second reissue. Okay, and let's look on the other side. Second variant is pretty dark. And this one. Okay, what's inside? Let's look. Here you can see that the second version also a little bit dark in this zone, but you also can see these bricks here. Otherwise the same exact images. Okay, let's move on. Here are City Hunters on blister. Let's look on the original. Here is City Hunter, a little custom-made accessory. I'll show it later. Okay, here are numbers 51549. No other markings. Okay, first reissue on blister. Same exact numbers, 51549. No other markings. Okay. Second reissue. (51548), but another font type, as I can see. No other markings. I can also mention that the original and the first reissue have this sort of hand, closed hand for a spear, and on blister they are all open hands. And the second reissue has an open hand on the predator, and a hand for the spear is in this space. Also, original and the first reissue doesn't have this plastic cover for accessories, and this is a really good choice. Storage. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's start our comparison from the accessories. Let's look on spears. Okay, first edition, second edition, and third edition. Here is color difference. The original is more silver, second is a little bit darker, and the third edition is almost gold or bronze, with additional washing, black washing on the handle and on the tip of the spear. Okay. Next is the closed spear. Pretty much the same. Different color on tips. More gold, third edition. First and second almost the same. Okay. Next, net thrower. Big difference in painting. Second edition is the darkest, third edition is very bright. Okay. More wash on the second edition. Okay. Next is the smart disc. Third edition is almost clear, no washing at all. First edition is like copper. and second edition has some battle damage wash. I like the first and second versions. Next are the harpoons. So what is it? Third edition has more blue wash, I think, but pretty much the same. Interesting numbers or symbols. I don't know what is it. Open harpoons. A little difference in wash paint, in wash and paint. Third edition is more blue. Next is the plasma blast effect. A little bit more white paint on the original. The second version is almost like the first, a little bit warmer color, and the third edition is more translucent, I think, less white color. Okay, let's look on the hands. Just like on the Jungle Hunter, second version and third version has another joint system in hand. You can see that first edition and second edition pretty much the same, and the third edition has more black color. Okay. Skull hold in hand. First edition, second edition, third edition. The same exact color scheme. Okay. Karate chop hand, which is used for net thrower, for holding net thrower. These are exactly the same, I think, paint style. This time the second version and third version pretty much the same. Okay. Third version has more warm color. And the most interesting accessory, trophy skull with spine. Big difference between the three versions. Okay. Second version has more darker color of the spine. Third version is painted very dark, including the skull and the spine. Okay. There's pretty much difference. Okay. And the main accessory, Predator's unmasked head. Oh, I got these Neca head holders, so it's much easier now to show heads. Okay, let's watch on them. Look at them. First version is very interesting. The first version has pretty good painting. Eyes, has gray tusks. Second version has yellow or green, light green paint on its eyes, but they are painted pretty bad, just like on the Jungle Hunter of the first edition. Second version has more darker skulls, as you can see, and the third version is just amazing. Pretty good people painting. It's excellent, and it has white tusks. Okay, a little difference in the forehead painting, but pretty much the same, I can tell you. Let's look on the other side. More gold rings on the third version. They are pretty soft, but the first version is pretty hard. I mean dreads. Okay. On the side. Second version and third version are pretty close. So let's look more closely. Independently. Here is 23 symbol. These versions have 2B on both parts of the mold, and this version has also 2B. Choose your variant. I think the third version is just amazing. Okay. And I have one custom-made accessory from the unknown master. It's the King's Willis head. Look at that. So scary, but pretty cool. Doesn't come in the package. Okay, let's look on our predators more closely. Okay, let's compare City Hunters. First edition versus second edition. Yes, second edition and third edition is the same exact mold, and first edition and second edition are different molds, or some parts definitely different molds. Okay, let's look at the biomasks. You can see that first edition is more rusty and second edition is more smoother. Also, I think that the mold of the second edition is a little bit narrower than the first edition. The proportions of the second version is a little bit better. Also, this area of the chest is a little shorter than on the second version. The same was on Jungle Hunter, as you remember. Okay. A little difference in painting. I think there is a little more blue wash color. Let's look on the blades. almost the same. Let's look on the self-destruction mechanism. So symbols on the first version are perfect and not so bright on the second version. I like the first version better, different in hand painting, slight different color on legs, different molds of feet. First edition is 2011 and second edition is 2018 version. Second version a little bit narrower than the first one and more accurate, I think. Okay, focus. Little difference in this place, has this deep scratch and not so deep on this version. Let's close our hand computers. Another side. Okay, let's look on the other side, on the backs. So pretty much the same, more brown color on the second version, more darker color on its hips. Here's some gradient. I like the first edition better. More varnish. This is a more mattish version. Okay, and now let's compare second version versus latest third version. Definitely big difference in biomask painting. Almost brown on the third version, clear copper on the second version. More delicate net printing on the third version. I like the third version better. More varnish on this version too. Hands. This was packed with this disc holding hand, and this is for spare. More blue wash on the third version, I think. Let's compare computers. Here are some markings, but you hardly can see it. Even the second version better than the third one. So this is a minus. Pretty the same painting on hands. More warmer orange color on the third version. But very good varnish on the third version. I like the painting on the third version more. Darker leg protection and different painting on its feet. Just the same exact mold. Neca 2018 made in China. So third version is just a repaint. Okay, I just want to warn you, if you buy the third version, it is so many varnish and fresh paint when it was packed. I almost have broken it. So when I tried to get this function, it was glued so tight that I definitely could break it. So there's some scratches. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's move on. Oh, and let's look on the back side. Okay, more blue wash on the protection. Otherwise, no difference. Okay, let's move on. Okay, which version should you get? In my personal opinion, I like the first edition best of all. It has good net painting on its body, very good head mold with the biomask. Even if it's a little bit bigger, it looks okay. Compared to Jungle Hunter, these three figures are of the exact same size and height, so I think it is the better variant. Otherwise, if you want a modern articulation, additional articulation in hands, you should get any of these two reissued versions. But perhaps third version is a little bit better because of net painting, good varnish. Alas, it has this dark brown color on its biomask. Because I like this particular color better. So that's my opinion. Thank you for watching and goodbye.